Good day, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. In this presentation, I will be discussing the evolution of China's technical and vocational education and training (Tvet) system from 2020 to 2025. This system has become a key pillar for both economic and social development in China. Let's begin with an overview of Tvet in a global context. The importance of Tvet has been rising, particularly as it addresses unemployment and lifelong learning. It helps countries navigate the challenges brought by climate change, automation, and economic recovery. China has recognized this importance, transforming its TVET system from a secondary education track to a central force driving economic and social growth. TVET in China encompasses formal, non-formal, and informal education. Formal education includes vocational schools and colleges, while non-formal education consists of industry training programs and government reskilling initiatives. Informal education is more experiential, including internships and community mentorships. The key focus of Tibet now includes high-tech fields like AI, digital economy, and green energy, reshaping how the public perceives vocational education. It's no longer seen as a fallback, but as a respected career path. There are three main theoretical frameworks guide the development of China's TVET system. First, the human capital theory, which links education and skill development to economic growth. Next, the lifelong learning theory, which emphasizes the importance of continuous education. Finally, the skills ecosystem approach highlights the collaboration between the government, educational institutions, and industries in designing relevant training programs. Despite the significant progress, several challenges remain. The first issue is outdated curricula, which struggle to keep pace with the rapid advancement in technology. Another challenge is the public perception of Tibet, especially in urban areas where it is still often viewed as inferior to academic education. Rural areas face further difficulties with a lack of infrastructure and fewer opportunities for high quality training. Finally, the fragmented policy implementation across regions hinders consistent progress. To address these challenges, China has implemented various reform strategies. Industry collaboration is at the heart of these reforms, where employers are involved in curriculum design to ensure relevance. TVET is also being internationalized with programs shared under the Belt and Road Initiative. Technological integration such as online learning and AI tools has been introduced to enhance accessibility, particularly in remote areas. Moreover, China has emphasized lifelong learning to ensure that the workforce remains adaptable. The reforms in China's TVET system have had far reaching impacts. Economically, they have strengthened China's global competitiveness by equipping workers with the skills required for high value industries. Socially, Tibet provides marginalized groups such as women and rural populations with pathways to better paying skilled jobs, helping to bridge the urban rural divide. Politically, Tibet supports social stability by addressing unemployment and creating a workforce that is adaptable to changing economic conditions. As part of this research, a meta analysis was conducted on six academic articles published between 2020 and 2024. The goal was to synthesize the findings on China's Tibet systems development, challenges, reform strategy, and its social and economic impact. Key findings from the meta analysis include the high government commitment to Tibet reforms with an effect size of 0.75. However, aligning curricula with industry needs remains a challenge with an effect size of zero point 0.7. Technology integration in urban areas is progressing well, but rural institutions still lag behind with an effect size of zero point 0.8. Public perception continues to be a moderate barrier with an effect size of zero point 0.6. Comparing China's approach to other countries, we see that China is focusing on aligning Tibet with its national development goals, similar to Germany's dual system, which emphasizes close partnership between education and industry. However, Malaysia has been slower in adopting these reforms, primarily due to inconsistent involvement from industries and limited support for adult learners. Comparing China's approach to other countries, we see that in conclusion, China's Tvet system has evolved from a secondary educational track to a key driver of workforce development. While challenges such as outdated curricula and public perception persist, the progress made offers valuable insight for other countries looking to modernize their own vocational education system. China's reforms in Tibet provide an example of how education can be aligned with economic and industrial needs to foster long term growth. That's all from me. Thank you for listening to my presentation.